So if we could backtrack briefly. We did a very short segment on the charm of making. And though there are other aspects and things combined with that, we chose a specific charm of making that was connected with dragon magic, and didn't get into the other parts of the triad of charms. In spite of this, there's been a lot of grief and things, a lot of controversy surrounding the charm of making. Specifically that, as given, I'll just put it back up here. This is the traditional charm of making. As is, and again, when we had done some work on it, we had gotten to the point that that it was probably like phonetic, and that that in fact it did have a meaning somewhere else, and that a lot of the critics just had not looked at all deep enough, because it appears in several sources, not only Excalibur, but also is referred to as an actual working in several sources. Here we find, and this was a tip given to us by one of our, someone among our ranks actually, which was very helpful, tip that they had found, and indeed follows the phonetics quite nicely. This is Old Irish, and for those that still really don't think this stuff means anything, let's take that one down, and let's see what this translates out to be. Well, look at that. Serpent's breath, charm of breath, and life, thy omen of making. So, I guess it doesn't mean nothing after all. And while we're on the topic of Douglas Monroe related things, I thought, what better time to talk about how the hell you say this word? Being Old English, or Old Welsh, actually. One of the things that was pointed out by the author themselves, and this I think is at least public enough to where we're not stepping on any toes, that the way this is pronounced is really with a windy tone, putting the tongue in the position for the L and more or less making a breath. Very, very interesting Welsh language it must be. I myself, I'm not very good with languages and foreign things like that, but for those that also have some difficulties with it, we came up apparently with this kind of basic collaboration of phonetics. I was going in a completely different direction. This was where I was pointed towards. So, Pheryllt, for us common Americans that just really don't have a handle on more colorful languages. So between that and the charm of making, this kind of should help answer a couple questions that I have actually gotten, so I can imagine that some of our viewers have the same. Hey, I was just looking over the notes here as we were publishing this video, and I saw that should actually be charm of death and life. A little errata thrown in at the end here. Sorry about that.